Hey everyone, I'm going to share with you how I was able to buy my very first duplex at the tender age of only 23. Hey everyone, my name is Cynthia and I help people just like you increase your financial IQ and help you on your path to financial security. All right, so listen up. A lot of people think that I studied and I grew up to wanting to be a real estate investor. Not really, even though I highly encourage people to do that at a very young age. I was actually kind of thrown into it. So the guy that I was dating at the time when I was 23, we were dating for 6 months. His mom was a real estate agent and she said, "Hey, I've got a deal for you guys." She wanted him to move out of his house because he was 22. And she said, "There's this duplex that's coming up for sale and it's only $50,000 and the people upstairs are paying $425 a month rent. So essentially that's going to pay for your mortgage." And we were like, this sounds really promising. But at the time we were only dating for 6 months, but we thought, hey, you know what? This is a really good investment opportunity. So if it doesn't work out between you and I, guess what? We're going to sell this place and make a killing. And that's what we did. We bought the place. The guy was living upstairs. He was twice our age. He had a good job. Mind you, he was a drunk. We used to hear him like falling down all the time. But he paid for our mortgage. And then we ended up selling the place for $95,000 about 4 years later. That's when we moved out to BC, British Columbia, Canada. But at the time, we weren't really making very good money because we were 22 and 23. And he was paying for our mortgage. The only thing we had to pay for was bills. We were saving money. The mortgage was being paid down. And yeah, that was my first investment property. And let me tell you, that was the best decision we ever made because that property started me on my real estate journey. And so really just being thrown into it. So my suggestion to you is look for a property, specifically a duplex, because I've said in one of my other videos that the rental properties that I like the best are duplexes because you can get into them with a minimal down payment. So if you're moving into the duplex, so if it's your first property, you're moving into the duplex, you only have to put down 5%. And ideally, you want to have somebody already in there on the other side because then you can use that rental income and show the bank that rental income, and then that kind of offsets some other expenses, right? And then you can qualify for something a little bit higher because I know that properties right now we're sitting at about $500,000, right? But still, so you've got your 5% down, you split it with your partner or your buddy or your bestie or whatever, and you get into that property with 5% down. You rent out the other unit that pays for your mortgage or pays for a portion of your mortgage, and then you start fixing it up, right? You start fixing it up, and now you've got this amazing asset. And it doesn't have to be like your forever house, right? Like you can live in it for like at least a year, right? Because then it's considered your primary residence and you don't have to pay as much tax on it. However, if it is a duplex and you're renting out 50% of it and you're living in the other 50%, then you will have to pay capital gains on 50% of the duplex because half of it's a rental, the other half you live in. And then so, if you need to look up the definition of capital gains taxes, you may want to look at that. But anyways, regardless, that's how I bought my very first duplex, and that's what I want for you. So check out the cheaper fixer-upper duplexes in like the not so good area of your community. I mean, I'm not telling you to buy a duplex in Cracktown, but what I'm telling you is you don't have to buy a duplex in like the ritzy yuppie area. Just buy it in like the second or third least favorite area in your community, and that's how you'll buy your very first duplex. Again, my name is Cynthia and I help people just like you increase your financial IQ and help you on your path to financial security. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.